Good morning, it's day 149. I'm walking out of Big Bear as I walked into Big Bear. And it's interesting because I'm seeing things here in the town that if I had taken a shuttle into town from the trailhead and back, I never would have seen. I've been to Big Bear before, a few times over the years. I've been skiing here more than once. Enjoyed it very much. Brought my family here. But here's what's on my mind walking out of Big Bear. It's a tale of two economies, two societies living side by side. Now, some of these houses here, most of these are like double wides on the far side of this fence. Some have siding on them, but they're double wides. On the other side, looks much nicer. As I was walking through Big Bear City, I got literally one block off of the main drag because there was less traffic. I was going through a residential neighborhood. There, the homes were very modest. One, maybe two bedrooms on very tiny lots, maybe with a rusty pickup up front, and sometimes they would have a trailer in the tiny, tiny little backyard. And other parts of this area, Big Bear Lake, the adjoining community, have very exclusive condos, ski resorts, second homes, condos. And I've been thinking of a couple things. As I was walking through town, I was seeing things that the tourists or the skiers would never see. The auto body shop, the mortuary, all the things that are necessary for a town to, function, but that those with money, literally never see. They're on their manicured walking, biking lane, with their dog-friendly park that's all sort of set up for them. And you see this throughout the West. In the mountain communities especially if there's a ski place adjacent to it, of some size like Big Bear is. Many of these communities have experienced explosive real estate growth in recent years. People buying, second homes or homes just so they're going to be digital nomads, if you will. And I've heard story after story of real estate being purchased completely sight unseen. 10, 15, 20% above the asking price. This has been going on for a few years now. Bozeman, Montana. Place after place after place. And so now many of these people who, make the economy run, they can't live there. Just cost too much. I remember when I was in Leadville, Colorado 2 years ago on the CDT, I remember reading on one of the historical kiosks that after the last mine closed, it was about the time I graduated from high school, I want to say, like 1976 or thereabouts. The assessed value of all real estate in Leadville, Colorado, every home, every business, commercial property, vacant lot, all added together was less than $1 million. You could have bought the whole town for $1 million. I have no idea what the assessed value of the real estate is in Leadville. It's probably 500 times that, 1,000 times that. I also remember reading on this that because they were in the same county as Vail, they were affected by Vail. The town fathers of Vail didn't think cemeteries were a good look for them, so they offshored all their burials to the cemeteries in Leadville. Yeah. Earlier this year, when I was in the Sierra, well, actually, I met this guy, I think the first day. His name's Brian, doesn't have a trail name. The girls know him as Hunky Brian. They all know him as Hunky Brian. That's immaterial. We met again in the Sierras, and he went into Mammoth, where he has lived for a few years. And mostly what he has done in Mammoth is have a concierge delivery service of ski equipment, rental ski equipment, I think mostly. Because the well-heeled who go there on vacation, they can't be bothered with going to a place with the hoi polloi and being fitted for their ski rental equipment. And so through his pay and, $100 tips or whatever, he makes a very good living, literally as the delivery man for ski rental equipment. And apparently this is like a thing. If you got money, you have someone, fawn over you as they're giving you the ski rental equipment. Kind of strange. It strikes me as very strange that you have these two different economies going on, two different lives going on in the same geographic space. And this has always occurred, of course. You kind of need, to make an economy run, you kind of need income disparity. You do. People want something more, and so they strive for it. But the multiple between those who are wealthy and those who are, poor or middle class has become sort of so much greater than it was. It occurs to me that is something that makes a society inherently unstable. Cultures, societies, nations kind of can't exist with these gross disparities in accumulated wealth. Okay, I think I had a couple more thoughts on this, but it escapes me right now. And I do have to get some miles. Big Bear has been a real vortex for me. I was hoping to get out at like 5:30 this morning. Yeah, no, hours later. Okay, I've come to the end of the maintained road, and I was kind of worried that, I would face some sort of, private property, do not enter. I do know that there is a trail connecting to the PCT right at the end of this road. But fortunately, pedestrians are not prohibited. Private equestrian community. 15 miles an hour, okay. Oh, my word. Just a few miles of walking on roads has just brought my shin splints back with a vengeance. I need to go back to Deep Creek Hot Springs, I think. Yeah, okay. And my luck is still holding. Whereas this, the continuation of the road I've been on, is gated. Some private property. This, I now believe, is the beginning of a Forest Service road through public property. Of course, is open. It's all good. This has worked out so far.